Hi, it's Grandma Roseanne. Thank you so much for coming. And today we're going to make fabulous double baked potatoes. They are so good, very nutritious, and so delicious. So what we did is we baked these off at 450 degrees. And the smaller potatoes, less time, larger potatoes, more time. And I have a variety in here. So what I did is I baked all of them for an hour. The little ones did not over bake, so you're perfectly fine with that. Now what you can do, if you want to, is you can wrap these in foil. That keeps the skin very, very soft, and then you're able to eat the skin as well. I didn't do that because I just didn't care to for whatever reason. I don't know. Skin is still pliable, still edible, all right? Now, I have ginormous potatoes here. Look at these. These are so large because I have two sons, Al and Mike, who are loving this vegetable, and they like the great big potatoes. But then I also have baby Maverick. This is his little potato. And then for the rest of us normal eaters, right here. So what I have done, they're still very hot right out of the oven. As I showed you, I just cut an oval. Do not cut it in half. Cut an oval, scooped it out, and it's all in here. Now the reason I did so many potatoes is my potatoes were going to go bad on me. They were starting to get to that point where I have to use them in the next couple of days or I have to toss them. So what I did is I baked all of them off, and after I get the filling in, I'm going to freeze most of them. Two of them I'll keep for dinner tonight, but the rest of them I'm going to freeze. And then when I'm ready and wanting them, pull them out, defrost them, pop them in for another 45 minutes. They're perfect. So if you have potatoes that are going to go a little south on you, consider doing this. So what I have done is I have scooped out all of the hollow. I scooped out all of the shell. But what I also do is I always throw in an extra potato. And I do that every time. If I'm doing 4 for a dinner, I'll throw in 5. If I'm doing 8, I'll throw in 9. Because this is the extra one that is just the filler. It makes your potato real full when it comes to the table. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of milk. And I will try to measure for you, but I usually don't measure. I just like go by what I think is right. I'm going to start like with a half a cup of milk, because you can always add more milk. You can't take it out. And then I'll start with a half a cup of sour cream. I'm probably going to need more than that. I'm going to start out with 2 teaspoons of salt. Remember, you've got 8 potatoes in here, so that's quite a bit. And 1 teaspoon of pepper. Then we're going to bring that up to our mixer. Oh, I forget to plug this in all the time. All right. Kind of start off slow so you're not wearing potato, and then just start mixing. And you'll be able to tell, you'll be able to see in there whether it is smooth enough. You might need a little bit more milk or a little bit more sour cream to taste, but what you'll be able to do is tell really quick. What we wanted to do right now, get all the lumps out. Lumps are not good in here, so you want to get them out. I'm going to scrape down the sides because they always have a tendency to climb up the side. We want to make sure we've got everything in there. Now I want to get the mixer, what's in the middle of the mixer, out, so I turn it on low, lower it. Do you see all of what was caught up in the middle there is gone? And now I'll bring it back up and crank it up again. Now I'm sure that everything is getting mashed in there. All right. Definitely needs more milk. Definitely needs more sour cream. And again, this is to your taste. So don't be annoyed if I don't know how much to put in. You put in what you like. That's what you put in. and the butter. And here I have 1 cup of butter that I'm throwing in. And butter makes everything better. There. We'll let that mix up. Potatoes are really hot, so that butter will melt very quickly. All right, let's take a taste of that. Oh. It is so good. I can't even tell you. It is so good. I could just sit here and eat it with a spoon. Few little bits of lump in there, so I want them all out. But I don't think I need anything else. So did you see how I did that? I just started with a little bit of milk and a little bit of sour cream because I can always add to it. And now this should be perfect. Oh my God, it's so good. Oh, so good. So what you're going to do now is spoon this in to your shell. Just like this. I get all the way into the crevice because I want everybody to have as much as they possibly can of this delicious, delicious mixture. Okay? You don't need anything else in this. Now, if you want to be fancy pants about it, you can get a piping bag and scroll the top of it, but you know what? I'm just not that fancy pants today. See, I pulled it up just a little bit, all right? So now it's going to have a nice presentation. To finish off the presentation, I will show you what I bought, which I love. And I'll leave a link down below. I got this on Amazon. It's like a little sifter, a mini baby sifter. Because when I take paprika out of my jar with just the big holes and I do this to it, I get clumps of paprika, which makes me crazy. So all you do with this, look at this. You turn it, you fill it with paprika, powdered sugar. I use this for all of my Christmas cookies, and I'll show you a picture of those before we're done, because this little thing just distributes perfectly. Now you shut it, and look at this. Oh, is that gorgeous? Is that gorgeous? That is beautiful. This now, I'm going to leave 2 of them out because cameraman and I are going to have these for dinner. The rest of these, I'm going to put them in the freezer just like this, let them get rock hard, and then I'm just going to put them in some baggies and freeze them. When we're ready, I'll pull 1, 2, 3, or 4 out and bake them. When I'm ready to finish this off for dinner tonight, I'm going to put these back in the oven for about 40 minutes at about 350 degrees. We're already done cooking, but we want to get that potato hot all the way through, and that's what happens. Now, I'm going to finish these off, and then I'll show you how beautiful they are when I come back. Well, here we are, and we are complete, and we have made fabulous, really fabulous double-baked potatoes. Right now, they're just single-baked. So, as I said before, we're going to take a couple of them out for dinner. I'm going to freeze the rest until they get hard, then I'm just going to bag them and leave them there until we need them. But this is a very simple recipe, you guys, and it really is by taste. So as you're going through it, do you need a little bit more milk for it to be creamier, a little bit more sour cream? Do you need a little bit more seasoning? Whatever it is. But the beauty on the top of these, which I absolutely love. Oh, I'm sorry, I said it before, but I'll say it again. When you reheat these, put them in at like 350. I like to defrost them, but if I don't have time, I just bake them longer. But 350 is good when you're going to reheat. This is what I love. This little tool that I showed you, it made such an even distribution of paprika. But when I made Christmas cookies, look at this. An even distribution of sugar. So the little crystals that I was able to use for this little holly, I was never able to do that when I got my fingers and just did this. I got clumps. But with this little tool, which really cost next to nothing, like maybe 10 bucks or something, I have used it for so many things. So with that being said, our dinner is almost done over here. Our dessert is going to be a platter of cookies, And we are still at the end of Christmas here. Today is Christmas Day for us. So I will wish all of you a very, very Merry Christmas and a very prosperous and healthy New Year.